Hello, I am Denver Safgren, and this is my second weather briefing. First up is the surface analysis chart. There are a line of low pressure systems running along the southern border from California all the way to North Carolina and then running up the east coast. Also along that east coast, you can see there is a long cold front. Moving into the Dakotas, there's a small warm front. High pressure is currently over the states surrounding the Great Lakes. Looking at the current radar, most of the convective weather is in the southern half of the US. The most severe stuff looks located in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia, also in the eastern edge of Texas. There's a few showers up in Minnesota and scattered showers in parts of Nevada, Utah, Colorado, Arizona, and New Mexico. Looking at the convective outlook, there is a marginal risk for severe weather up in the New England states, running along the coast from Virginia all the way down to Texas and then stretching up into Nebraska. There's also a marginal risk in southern Arizona. There's a slight risk for convective weather in the New England states, parts of Virginia and North Carolina, and in southern Arizona. Looking at the current segment, there's a bunch of convective segments along the southern half of the United States due to the convective weather that is currently happening. Moving on to the air met, there is moderate turbulence in parts of New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and West Virginia at a flight level stretching from 24,000 feet up to 38,000 feet. Mountain obscuration is occurring in parts of Arizona, New Mexico, Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont. And along the west coast, there's currently IFR conditions due to low ceiling. Moving on to the freezing level chart, the western half of the United States has the freezing level at 150,000 to 170,000 feet, with select areas at 170,000 plus feet. Along the eastern half of the United States, for the most part, the freezing level is between 130,000 and 150,000 feet, with the freezing level a little bit lower over the Great Lakes. Looking at the current local radar for the tri-state area, there are a few showers up in the Arrowhead region of Minnesota. There's also a small area of showers just north of Devil's Lake, North Dakota, and also just moving into the northwestern corner of North Dakota. Other than that, the radar looks pretty clear. Looking at the current station model plots on the graphical METAR, the wind speeds range from calm to 10 knots across the tri-state region. The temperatures in Minnesota are around 80 degrees, and as you move west, though, the temperatures climb into the mid to upper 90s by the time you get to the western border of the Dakotas. VFR conditions are present across North and South Dakota and Minnesota. Next up is the local pilot reports. There's not too much here. There's a report of negligible turbulence at 8,000 feet, and another report up north of isolated light turbulence at a flight level of 45,000 feet. Moving on to the forecasting part of the briefing, we have the low-level significant weather for 12Z on the 9th. There are MVFR conditions in parts of Oregon, Washington, Alabama, Georgia, Maine, and along the coast of California. IFR conditions exist just off the northwestern coast of the United States. Going up into the high-level significant weather now, there are isolated thunderstorms in North Dakota with the cloud tops at 33,000 feet, and the cloud base is somewhere below 25,000 feet. Another larger area of isolated thunderstorms is along the Gulf and southeastern coast of the United States. Here we have the cloud tops at a flight level of 43,000 feet, with the cloud bases once again below a flight level somewhere below 25,000 feet. There's also a jet stream off the northeastern coast of the US at a flight level of 36,000 feet with a speed of around 110 knots. Looking at the convective outlook forecast, which is valid from 12Z on the 9th to 12Z on the 10th, there is a marginal risk for convective storms in parts of Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, Alabama, Georgia, and North and South Carolina. There's also a slight risk for convective weather in parts of Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, and Missouri. Moving to the AirMet forecast for 12Z, there are IFR conditions along the west coast and scattered throughout the eastern half of the United States. There is moderate turbulence along the northeast coast, which is between a flight level of 24,000 feet and 39,000 feet. There is an icing air mat over part of Minnesota and North Dakota. It affects an area between a flight level of 12,000 feet up to 25,000 feet. Another icing air mat over part of Michigan that stretches from 11,000 feet up to 16,000 feet. Finally, we have the station models along with the local area forecast for the 12Z mark. Looking at the station models, once again, the wind speeds are relatively low across the tri-state region. One anomaly is in Bismarck, where the wind speeds are a little bit higher at 15 knots, with gusts ranging up to 25 knots. Temperatures range from the mid-60s to the mid-70s, with the lone 50-degree temperature up in International Falls. There is moderate rain in Jamestown, Fargo, and Bemidji at this time. The sky is mainly clear in the Dakotas, with it becoming more obscured as you move into Minnesota. Once again, VFR conditions exist over the entire region. Now, moving over to the local area forecasts. In northwestern North Dakota, there are scattered clouds at 8,000 feet with broken cirrus clouds. In southwest North Dakota, there will be scattered cirrus clouds. At 9Z, there are scattered clouds at 11,000 feet with broken cirrus clouds. Northeastern North Dakota has scattered clouds at 12,000 feet. At 5Z, there will be broken clouds at 11,000 feet with the tops at a flight level of 22,000 feet. At 7Z, the sky condition is broken at 7,000 feet with tops at 25,000 feet. There are also isolated light rain showers. Moving now to the southeast part of North Dakota, the sky condition is scattered at 11,000 feet with cirrus clouds. At 8Z, the sky condition is broken at 6,000 feet with cloud tops at a flight level of 25,000 feet. There is occasional light rain that may occur. The outlook for all of North Dakota is VFR. In South Dakota, the sky conditions will be clear with the outlook once again showing VFR. Finally, in Minnesota, starting with the northwest part of the state, we have scattered cirrus clouds. At 12Z, there will be broken sky conditions at 11,000 feet with cloud tops at a flight level of 28,000 feet. There will be widely scattered light rain showers, and the outlook will be VFR for the northwest part of Minnesota. Moving to the northeast part of Minnesota, there will be scattered sky conditions at 7,000 feet and also scattered conditions at 13,000 feet. At 10Z, there'll the scattered sky conditions at 16,000 feet. There will be occasional visibility ranging from 3 to 5 statute miles due to mist. At 12Z, there will be broken cirrus clouds, and the outlook is VFR. Moving to the central part of the state, there will be scattered cirrus. At 10Z, the sky conditions will be scattered at 5,000 feet and broken at 13,000 feet. The cloud tops will be at a flight level of 25,000 feet, and there will be isolated light rain showers. The outlook, once again, is VFR. And finally, the southern part of Minnesota, the sky will be clear, and the outlook will be VFR once again.